Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another reading. I have my cards here today and I don't actually want to start off by talking about astrology at all because I think, and I want to clear up this misconception, a lot of people think that Mercury retrograde, for example, which is the season we are in right now, is all about these technical issues that we have, this X's appearing and all these things happening. It's not about exactly just those things. Those can happen, but those are not what is going to happen to everyone. And I want to offer this take, and there's a video by 𝐑𝐄𝐋𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐃 that just came out recently, which offers a great perspective on retrogrades and how we actually should be viewing them. Retrogrades are all about retrospective. What do you want to edit in your life and add and subtract? It's a phase in your life, a great opportunity, by the way, to really make sure that what you have currently open in your life is something that you actually want. And what is it that's something that you don't want, right? You're editing your life. What do you not want to include? Does this fit into your life? No. Or does this not? And maybe part of that process involves some people coming back into your life. Maybe. Not for everyone. For those people who have shut those doors, learnt those lessons, that's not going to happen, right? Because ultimately, whilst planets influence us, you are living your life. You have the free will. You are ultimately leading your life as much as possible. Planets often are guiding you and offering you these phases in your life which are aiding your growth. That's all it is. It's not about oh God, should I be not signing contracts in this time? Should I be not doing all these things? Should I be extra careful with this? If you're a person who is already quite you are quite good with attention to detail, quite meticulous with your words, and you know yourself pretty well, then you are the one who's on the driver's seat. You're the one leading leading your life. You're not expecting planets to lead your life. The kind of I'm sorry, I just wanted to sit further. So it's not necessarily about which planet is coming in. So shall I plan it around that? Can I take action on this or not? Shall I wait? And the stop-start thing. Perhaps if you were someone who already knew exactly who you are, were sure of your decisions, those are the things that are not going to impact you. So ultimately, all these planetary alignments are leading to one thing: you becoming so empowered or so you're becoming basically a type of person who trusts themselves so much and has trust in the universe and God so much that you don't need any of these planetary alignments as such, right? You don't necessarily need them. You may have them as a guide. You may have them, what is happening? Certain things are not working. What should I be doing? And then you look and then you're like, okay, I can make these edits. That's all it's there for. And I've been guilty of this as well in the past, watching so many videos, trying to find certainty and trying to get an idea, what am I meant to do, and watching all these videos. And I'm in this space myself, I'm offering those tarot readings, but I try not to offer readings which are all about, what is that other person thinking of you, all these things. I don't think those things often offer a resolution. They may offer you temporary peace, but they don't necessarily offer you a long-term solution and a resolution to perhaps what you're truly going through in life and what true empowerment really means. So that's just something I wanted to clear up. And this is also why I prefer tarot, because they, the cards offer solutions in the moment. It's more about energy in that week. And once you have gone through those certain cycles or have analyzed certain things, then you can move on to the next thing. You're not waiting for a certain planetary alignment to take a certain action, or booking something, booking flights to something, or Venus retrograde is here, oh my god, I'm not going to get my hair done a certain way, I can't cut my hair a certain way. That is saying that you don't have enough of a like enough of this ability to make a decision for yourself. That's what it's saying, that you're offering a solution, this, you know, decision-making process to someone who is not you when you are making decisions for yourself. You know, it's for you, the unique body that you have. And only you can decide those things for the moment you're in. And that's why I prefer tarot more so. But I do like to include planetary alignments and astrological aspects in you know, just general readings, because I think they do offer some value, but they're not something I necessarily rely upon, and I do think tarot is just much better. So with that long introduction, let's get into it. I did get some cards that flipped out. What are we having? Chariot. An opportunity is coming. An opportunity is heading your way. I could do with a certain opportunity, to be honest. Eight of Pentacles. It's going to require some hard work, or you have already done a lot of hard work for the past couple of years, and this opportunity is as a result of that. So it could be any of those things, but yeah, it is very much, it may involve a lot of hard work, but this hard work is not going to feel like, gosh, exhausting. You will have some, you know, the seasons that we go through, and also the astrological signs that we are in. Those months and seasons provide us naturally with certain push, or when we need to rest, or when we need to have a bit more spiritual depth. And we are now entering Aries season. So we are entering into bold action-taking periods of our lives. If that doesn't feel like true to you, then of course you can leave it, you know, like if you don't resonate with that, then maybe that's not for you. But if that's what you want to pursue, then the seasons are offering that to you at this moment. Yeah, but an opportunity is coming, which is probably as a result of your hard work, or is going to be something that is going to, yeah, get you doing some more work or hard work. But right now you're in the process of editing, clearing, decluttering, and basically getting rid of things that just no longer feel good. Okay, right. We got two cards. Oh, I saw a great card at the bottom of the deck, and I'm going to take it. Okay, the Fool, but it's reversed. So, and then I did get the Devil card, which is reversed. So two cards that are reversed. Now, the Devil card reverse means you are not giving into temptations, and you are actually, someone specifically is being very good with setting boundaries, realizing what is wrong, what is not right. And someone is very much realizing, you know, you're very self-disciplined and a self-starter. You're realizing that quality within you so much more now. You're realizing, hey, when I decide to do something, I get it done. You know, that's the quality that I'm sensing here. And you've had tests, you've had temptations. The Leap of Faith card here reversed, or the Fool card. There's a different message I get here, which is that perhaps in the past you may have just jumped into situations and things, you know, just kind of thinking, for example, someone is saying, this could be like tempting, I don't know, a potential relationship, right? But it doesn't fulfill all your criteria. Maybe the person is just very charismatic, very magnetizing, but you know they're not right for you, and they have, you know, they've in the past like really kind of tried to magnetize you towards them, and in the past maybe you gave in, but now things are different. Things are different. That's the message I get here, that in the past you would have leaped into it in more so in a naive way. But that's okay. Naivety sometimes gives can lead to some interesting experiences of life, right? But now you're not wanting that anymore. You know exactly what you want, and now you are not gonna settle for anything less. That's what I get here. And especially if you're you know, if you are someone who's been doing a lot of healing work, really like examining yourself, you're not going to settle for just someone, just anyone, right? Especially in a loving relationship and partnership. That is a big decision of your life, right? And if you are someone who perhaps, you know, has met certain people and you've dated certain people and you're like, why am I not meeting right people? Or, you know, why am I meeting people who are just testing me and things, and all this is happening? This is a good thing. If they are testing you and you are able to say, no, this is not for me, that's not for me, I deserve much more than this, that means you have very good boundaries. You have very good discernment, and you are not willing to settle for less. You are willing to prioritize yourself no matter what. Even to a point that if it means that you have to be single for the rest of your life, or like, you know, that's an extreme example and it won't happen, but it's almost to that point. You're just always going to prioritize yourself. You're going to prioritize the type of person you have become because you've done a lot of healing. This goes for people who have done a lot of inner work. This doesn't go just for anyone, right? This doesn't apply to just anyone. This applies to someone who's done the inner work, who's actually prioritized their peace, who has actually said no to certain things that many people would just give into. Many people would say, yes, I think I should try this out. This could be an opportunity which offers something quite big. But you said no to it because you know in your heart that it's not exactly leading to your highest spiritual path. Yeah, that's what I get. I also want to share an interesting thing here. And I get this message very clearly right now, which is it's really, really important who you surround yourself with. And that's why I think, because if you are going to be with a partner, your work and your partner are the kind of like places or aspects of your life that really govern your mental peace and perhaps even health. They can really govern it, right? Even though we are creators of our reality, but once you have created a certain reality based on your past self, you're stuck in it, right? Until you make certain other internal shifts, and then you have to get out of that situation. And you know, there's that delay and kind of in the 3D world, but you make those internal shifts and come to an aligned decision within you, which leads to those shifts in your 3D world. However, you can't once you are kind of like stuck into certain situation, it gets harder to get out of it, right? Again, if you're in a certain situation, doesn't matter. That's the decision you made. You own your lessons and decisions, right? It's just solidified the next steps. But if you're thinking, right, you know, like you've been through this editing process of kind of meeting people and then they fall away, meeting people, then they fall away. This is a good thing. It means that you're actually passing lessons very fast, very fast. You're going through lessons just like that. You're learning about people, how to work with people, how to be with people. You're understanding different personalities, and your inner radar, you can say intuition, but it's just so heightened that once you meet someone, you instantly know that if this person is someone you want to connect with or not. You'll get a sense of what these types of people are like. And you'll know it instantly, actually. You know, like just even how the person, when you meet someone, what their body language is, how they move. Even in those instances, you'll notice it. And that sense can only be refined once you've been through certain experiences and situations. So all of this leads me to saying that the people that you surround yourself with and the people that you connect with is so important. It influences everything. It influences what you manifest. It influences what how much money you have in your life. It influences your health, your mental health, your peace, what you are willing to accept in your life. It influences all those things. So make decisions accordingly, edit your life accordingly. If you're finding that there's someone in your life who's been testing you recently, act on it right now. It's a great time to do it so as well. You know, if you're feeling like no, this is coming up and I don't think I want to be friends with this person anymore. Maybe you don't want to be in a certain type of relationship anymore. It's really time to consider all those aspects, because life's going to go on no matter what. It's going to keep going on, and you can make that experience really, really enjoyable and really peaceful and really just so beautiful, or you can repeat the lessons from the past. And I would really encourage you to really be selective of who you surround yourself with. We all want genuine friendships. We all want genuine workplace people, you know, people you work with who are really just, what they truly want is to work on a certain purpose together, right? They're not there for the drama. They're not there for like just, no, you don't deserve to work in a place where there's drama. You deserve to work in a place where people are driven by a certain mission. People are genuinely kind to each other. And yes, maybe there's some competition, but it's healthy competition. And it's not competitive by putting the other person down. That's toxic. Those are toxic, dramatic places. You don't have time for that. You're here to create a certain change. And that change can only be done with the right people around you, surrounding yourself with the right people. How do you recognize the right people? You'll feel it. You'll really feel it. And you'll also start noticing when they enter in your life. Do they enter when you are feeling great? Or do they enter when you're not so great? And how do you feel after you interact with them? That's a big one. That's a huge one. How do you feel once you have interacted with a certain person? Do you feel great? Do you feel motivated? Do you feel like, I really want to go out there and work on this thing? Or do you feel depleted? Do you feel drained? Do you feel like suddenly all your energy has gone? You know, you were empowered before, you were in your power, but suddenly now it just went. That's a big sign, big sign. So right now you're going through an editing and cutting off process in your life, which is a great time to really get clear on what friendships, partnerships, relationships, work, colleague relationships that you want in your life. Right? It's all about just relationship, and I don't mean romantic necessarily either. I mean like just how you interact with people. What kind of interactions do you want? Get really clear on that, because that is going to impact your money. Your money is going to be impacted by that. And if you're short on money, it has possibly got to do with the fact that you are surrounded by someone, some people, perhaps even energetically, maybe in your mind, you're connected to someone from the past so much, obsessive thinking, that you cannot step out of it, which is why this King of Pentacles is indicating that there's a whole level of wealth that is waiting for you. And there's a lot of wisdom in this card. You know, you're mastering the ability to manifest money as you want. But in order to do that, you're going to have to cut out quite a few things from your life that no longer serve you. You know, I also have a theory that, you know, people say that, how is it that rich, you know, there are some rich people who are actually terrible people, you know, and they're rich. So why, you know, how does that work? That, you know, being good and all doing all these things, how does that work? Well, it works because it's not about being good or bad necessarily. It is more about, are you willing to protect your peace and yourself at no matter what, right? Are you willing to make sure that you are prioritizing your life and live with your values no matter what? And that doesn't have to come at an expense of someone else. It means that you protect your energy, because energy is money. So if you're finding that money is falling away or is not there in your life for some reason, it's because it's leaking in terms of energies in some way, shape or form. Either your energy is being given to wrong people, wrong environments, wrong workplaces, and whereas that energy could be really put into yourself, investing in yourself, or something that is truly very important to you, and that's going to generate money. Right? You see people who are absolutely really good at something and they output it, and they use just a tiny bit of right strategy, but they have this propelled energy that is carrying them forward, and they do tend to have a lot of money as well. right? For their skills. They just have that. They would just prioritize their art, like, thing that they do, and the people that they surround themselves with just above wherever the energy is leaking. So it's time to edit. It's time to really edit your life. Great phase, I would say. Okay. Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Gosh, the cards are like flipping out in a funny way. Oh, okay. Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. White Witch, be the light. You have a lot of wisdom, and it's not even you per se, it's your soul and your body that has a lot of wisdom. You know, our body remembers things. Our bodies knows the instances that when the experiences that you went through in your childhood, and it remembers how you felt in those times. You may not logically think that you remember it, but your body remembers it. How it felt when it was in this kind of environment, how it felt when it was with this kind of person. Like, did you feel small? Did you feel just really contracted? That is stored in your body, and you can heal it through different techniques, you know, through really working on yourself, whether that's through Reiki, whether that's through other healing modalities, whatever suits you, and really having a coach, someone who can really guide you in that. Or you can heal it. You can heal it by making very strong decisions. And ultimately, I don't know how anyone does that without a coach, because it took me having a coach to make me realize and validate that my feelings were right when I felt that this person was toxic right from the beginning, yet I was still giving them benefit of the doubt. You know, it was through my coach who I explained the situation to, and I said, this is what is coming up. And they validated, yeah, your body's actually like, how do you feel in that moment? How do you feel around this person? Do you feel restricted? And I said, like, in a certain past situation that kept coming back, and I was like, yeah, I did feel restricted again, and that's from the past. And then that's when she said, my coach, that, okay, so you're kind of repeating what had, you know, that feeling that had happened in the past, in that certain situation that had appeared. You felt restricted, and that is something you need to heal within yourself. And how do we heal it? Like I said, going to healers and coaches, or you can simply say, I'm gonna make a different decision this time. And that's what we get here. Once you make different decisions, you can finally move into a new direction. Yeah, traveler, move in a new direction. Beautiful card. If you're wondering, why hasn't my life moved? Why aren't there changes happening? I'm ready, universe. I'm ready for my new life. I'm ready for these new things to come into my life. I'm ready for my divine partner. I'm ready for my divine friendship, soul tribe, people who are kind. I feel truly myself around. Why haven't they come? Like, you know, why haven't I got that kind of life yet? And it's because your energy is being leaked somewhere to certain situations and people who are wanting to be healed, who are wanting to leave your life, so that you can finally end that cycle. That's what I'm getting here. Really, really pivotal message, actually, to move in a new direction. That life is waiting for you. It's just that it involves making a different decisions in day-to-day life, and who you surround yourself with. If there's one message that you want to take from this reading, it is that start editing who you surround yourself with. Really start getting, even like write on a piece of paper each like different people that you have in your life. How do you feel around them? You'll notice that one word comes up straight away. You know when you're around like someone really funny and like really light, you immediately think, oh, I want to be around them. They're so light and funny and like fun to be around. You know that feeling, right? And when you think of like this other person, you think, gosh, they're just a moaner. They complain all the time. I don't want to be around them. That's a different feeling, right? This is exactly it. This is exactly the thing that is coming through right now, that you are being made to make edits with the characters in your life. Yeah, make edits with the characters in your life right now in order to move in a new direction. And that new direction, I can guarantee you, is going to be pretty impeccable, because we are closing some big karmic cycles right now, and this is your opportunity and chance to do that. Yeah, that's all I have for you for this reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, give it a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the midweek reading.